Hey everybody, and welcome back to Get Gone Adventures. Today we're going to talk about traveling with the family and going to talk about Thunder over Louisville. So, one of the things about going to Thunder over Louisville is it is a very family-friendly environment. On the Louisville side, you've got a number of places to watch the air show and the fireworks display, which is the largest in the eastern half of North America. It started in about 1989, and it was actually put out there as an idea to get the festivities for the Kentucky Derby kicked off. It does happen 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby every year. It is along the Ohio River there at the I 65 waterfront between 2nd Street and I 65. They do shut down 2nd Street about a week before the event because they do have a rainbow waterfall made out of fireworks that they do, and it's become something of a tradition to do that. So, to set that up, as well as some of the fireworks launchers, they do shut down 2nd Street. While the fireworks display is going on, in case you're planning on going down, they do close down I 65 and I 64 in the area. So if you do plan on going in 24, you best plan ahead so that you make sure you're not stuck in even more traffic than there is. Now, I did mention this was a great family event. You can actually pay for parking before you go. The Parkmobile app, if you have a cell phone that is a smartphone, obviously, you can get on there and look for parking before the event and prepay it so you don't have to worry about driving around and looking for a spot that are precious and few and far between. There are a few options to view. You can either go to one of the restaurants in the area that offer patio or rooftop seating. You can also view on top of a lot of parking garages. Say you have a friend that works at one of the businesses down in Louisville, you can even view it from their rooftop if they have planned to do so. My personal favorite is to get down into the thick of things at Waterfront Park, which is the park that is right next to the river. It's a little bit west of I 65, and it's a great place to show up 9 o'clock when it opens, set down a picnic, and have that be your base of operations for the day. If it's something you plan on making a weekend of, there are several places down there in the area, such as the Galt House, that offer packages where you can have a room or a suite there on the riverside of the hotel. And it's a great place to view the air show and the fireworks display. So, when you show up at Waterfront Park or whenever you walk that way, you have several options. There are some vendors that sell Thunder over Louisville merchandise, such as the Pegasus pin. Now, if you're local to Louisville, you know all about the Pegasus pin. If you're not, the Pegasus pin looks a little like this. Pardon the hands, but I did decide to go with the metal one this year. They have a plastic one also. It's a little cheaper. Mine was $10 through the mail. The plastic one, I believe, was $7 or $8. I wanted to get the metal one. It's a little more durable, looks a little nicer, but it does become very valuable. It gets you into the chow wagon, excuse me, and it also gets you into some of the different event areas for Thunder. Now, when you get into those areas, they do have different places set up where you can buy food or drink, adult or otherwise. And you do have to pay for those when you get in there naturally. But you have places such as the North Great Lawn that opens at 9 with Waterfront Park. You have the Waterfront Chow Wagon, which opens at 11 primarily for lunch and later. There's a family fun zone where you can go and take the whole family. And there's a couple of other places where you can get into, but that Pegasus pin is your ticket in. You can buy it at the event, but even the plastic one's $10 at that point. Well worth it, but keep that in mind. You can get it through the Thunder Over Louisville website, which is thunderoverlouisville.org, or you can just pick it up there, save some shipping. Once down there, don't think that you don't have anything to do other than watch some planes and some explosions. There are plenty of other things to do once you're down there. You can go to the bounce houses and such they have set up on one of the streets there close to the waterfront park, where the kids can go burn off some of that energy, stay warm if it's a little chilly outside, and just enjoy the day for them as well. Now, they also did bring in several branches of the military to share in the fun. The National Guard was there with a couple events, as well as the Marines and the Coast Guard. The U.S. Air Force even brought in a Black Hawk helicopter so the kids could go through it. Well, big or small kids, let's face it, I'd like to go through a Black Hawk. And then if you wanted shirts or anything else like that, you can definitely get that. There are a number of vendor areas set up where you can get things related to Thunder. Now, this year, like I said earlier, it was a little cool. I believe it was in the mid low 40s most of the day. When the fireworks went off, it had dipped into the 30s. I don't know about you, but having some kids, they weren't going to stand for that, even if it was a lot of fireworks. Again, as I had mentioned earlier, it is the largest fireworks display on the east side of the Mississippi River, uh, even bigger than the U.S. national fireworks on the 4th of July. That is all I've got for you today. If you have any questions, put them down there in the chat. If you want to see something come up or you want to see something addressed, same thing down there in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe, post it on your Facebook wall. Hey, we're trying to grow. We'd love to see you back. And until next time, have a good adventure.